Welcome to the Blockchain Ireland Summit 2025 on-site podcast brought to you by Provenance. My name is Sebastian Grube and I'm the co-chair of the Events and Communications Working Group at Blockchain Ireland. With me now is Victor Cabral, who is the head of partnerships at Blockchain Rio and a founding team member of Regdoor. Victor, pleasure to have you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for the invitation, Sebastian. It was amazing to be here. And
Yeah, thank you for coming. And why did you come to Blockchain Ireland Summit and why now?
so I came here because Blockchain Rio is establishing a lot of ecosystem partnerships around the globe. One of them is Blockchain Ireland, right? So they invited me to speak a little bit more about what is going on in South America, Brazil, about stablecoins and etc. And also, I'm here because as founding team member from Regdoor, I'm representing the startup in a mission for the Brazilian embassy that is going to happen here in this week.
Amazing. And maybe for the people who weren't be able to be here for the highlights, what are the highlights from Blockchain Rio in terms of accomplishments and
Okay. So Blockchain Rio, we are an ecosystem partner. We are an ecosystem in South America. But we exercise this ecosystem through several types of conferences. We did, for example, a conference in El Salvador with Brazilians delegates and etc. We are planning to do another one in Singapore. And also inside of Brazil, we have been doing this kind of conferences since 2022, right? The main conference happens in August 5th to 7th. Last year we had almost 18,000 people coming, and this year we are hoping to have more, right? And for accomplishments, I think Blockchain Rio is the only event for B2B innovation and blockchain in South America that it's worth to go.
amazing? Yeah, well, it's a big shout out to Blockchain Rio. What are some of the topics or speakers that you found interesting for today at Blockchain Ireland Summit?
The main topic from our state actually was stablecoins versus CBDCs, and it is actually how they can collaborate self and how can we use CBDCs and stablecoins, and to explain that actually is not something concurrent, right? It's like it's something that you can use both at the same time.
And maybe based on that, what are some real world applications for blockchain that you're excited about? And what do you think is still hype at this stage?
Yeah. First thing, exactly was I'm more excited. My stage was the cross border using stablecoins. I think this is the first one of the main topics that comes in my mind. And also using blockchain, we can say tokenized assets in Brazil. We are doing a lot of work on that in the real estate and etc.
Yeah, and that's becoming quite a theme.
Yeah.
The conference today, the tokenizing real world assets and all of that. Yeah. What are the goals and the what are you trying to accomplish for 2025 with Regdoor, with Blockchain Rio, whichever site and hat you want to speak about?
Let's go with Blockchain Rio. We are consolidating this ecosystem through around the globe. So my main mission this year was to go to events like this one, Blockchain Art Summit 2025, Paris Blockchain Week, Token 24 in Singapore, and etc. That is going to be in the second semester to establish this partnership and bring someone from the our partners to Brazil and to introduce them the regulators, players, banks, institutions, and also crypto natives initiatives. But from Ragdoor perspective, this year we are going to launch the startup on August. We are already in some test phasing, and yeah, that's it.
Amazing. Yeah.
Maybe I should explain a little bit more about what is
Regdoor. Yeah, I think
Ragdoor,
so.
yeah.
Tell us a bit more about what
Yeah.
you do there.
So Ragdoor actually, it's we create agents to facilitate regulators and policy affairs teams inside companies focused on digital assets. So we automate workflows. We automate how regulatory and policy affairs teams work in daily basis.
Amazing. Yeah, that sounds like a really important solution. if we're having this conversation again next year when you're at Blockchain Ireland Summit 2026, what do you hope has changed in this space?
So mainly, I think that we need to uh, converse, establish more conversations with public and private sectors, right? And also to understand how stablecoins and crypto is being used for criminal purposes.
And just before we were speaking, we were chatting, and you were talking about what you're doing with Blockchain Rio for this year, bringing together different regulators. Tell me a bit more about that.
Yeah, of course. So this year will be very special for Blockchain Rio because that's our mission to create an ecosystem, we consolidate in one place everyone from South America. So we are inviting regulators and players from Uruguay to Mexico. So of course, Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, Bolivia, and etc. to go to Brazil in our main conference. They will have a trail there inside of the main event. And so everybody that is coming from Europe, from USA, from Asia, will have contact with regulators and players from all around South America.
And it's so important, that spirit of conversation and
Exactly.
collaboration across
Yeah.
the world. Yeah.
And the representation that what it means to be in blockchain Rio.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Victor.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for the
much.
chat. It was a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.